So today we are finishing up with our Project Soapway winners for the cosmetic challenge with fresh fruits and or vegetables in a cosmetic. And our final product is actually a really cool one. I'm really happy that this Sudser selected this particular ingredient to work with because I really know nothing about it. And I will tell you what that ingredient is and what we can get from it in a cosmetic in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff.
Just like the street lights.
How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for, as I said, our third and final winner in this Project Soapway Challenge. And today's winner is Soaps and Suds and More, or, as we know him, Daniel. Now, I'm very excited to be showcasing one of Daniel's products today. He has won a Project Soapway Challenge in the past, and it was an absolute delight getting to watch his formulator brain at work. And this one is also no exception. He is very meticulous within his recipe formulation. So he's thinking about obviously everything that needs to go into making a cream. This one is particularly for the face. So you're looking at the types of waters that you're going to put in. Are you going to enhance your waters? You're looking at your different oils and butters that you'll put in for a moisturizing experience. You're also looking at different emollient properties that you can get from some of the ingredients. But he takes it a step further and also focuses on not just the big benefits that you can get from X, Y, or Z ingredient, but he starts thinking about what the end user is going to be experiencing. As an example, he has BTMS within this formulation, but he did mention within his footage that BTMS smells terrible. And I agree completely. It definitely has a fishy smell to it. And so his mad scientist brain went to work looking for alternatives to BTMS to at least reduce some of the amount within the formulation so you would have less of a fishy smell when it was all said and done. And so I'm very, very happy to see that and to know that he was really thinking about that for the end user, because in some cases we just kind of pass off a recipe or a formulation as, well, it kind of is what it is. It does all these awesome things, but it smells like frankincense. It's a very potent smell, those sorts of things. And so I'm glad that he was really, really thoughtful within all of that. Now, Soaps and Suds and More, they have been in business actually officially only since the beginning of this year. And so it's very, very cool. So first and foremost, definitely go over, check out the Etsy page, look at the soaps and everything that's available, and definitely consider picking some up because Daniel is doing an awesome job formulating the soaps and the suds. And in this case, as we'll show you today, the and more. Now, the ingredient that he selected to showcase for the fresh fruit and or vegetables is cherry. And so he has some cherry glycerite going on. He has some cherry seed oil. He has a lot of really cool ingredients that he's incorporating into this face cream to give an awesome end user experience. And with cherries, I don't do anything with them. I don't know that I've ever incorporated anything cherry related into any of my products, save for maybe like a scent here and there. But yeah, so actually what that will do for the skin and the benefits of cherry, this is brand new information for me. So I am definitely looking all of this up and giving you guys a breakdown of what we can expect from cherries within a cosmetic. And I can't really vouch for much of any of it as far as personal experience because I haven't worked with it. But that's okay. That's one of the reasons why this got selected, because it was an uncommon ingredient, an uncommon fruit and or vegetable to showcase within a product. And so I want to learn along with everybody else. So that's what we're going to do. His footage ultimately ended up kind of short. And so I'm going to try to get all of this information in. So, fingers crossed that I manage it. But for now, let's go to his making and we can talk about his formulation and why I think it rocks. Okay, so cherries. We are looking at the components of cherries. We have 82% water, 16% carbs, which is going to provide energy and promote cell turnover and regeneration. 2% fiber. The big benefit of that is it will act as an exfoliant to help remove dead skin cells. The vitamins we have within cherries, we have vitamin C, which is a huge antioxidant benefit. It's going to be a nice skin brightener and can boost collagen production as well. Vitamin A, which will help with skin cell turnover. And then we have trace amounts of vitamin E, which will obviously help as a moisturizer. And for the minerals, we have potassium in trace amounts, as well as calcium and magnesium, which is going to overall help with skin hydration, reduce inflammation. The antioxidants that occur within cherries, we have cyanines, which the benefit topically, I guess, would be, well, helping with inflammation, anything red, right? So there's that. And then the phenolic compounds, we have the flavonoids, and that's going to be very antioxidant rich. And so it's going to help out with inflammation and help out with skin repair. And we also have malic acid, which is we've talked about it before. And so that's going to be pretty great. Overall, it's going to be anti-aging, brightening, hydrating, anti-inflammatory, can help out with some UV protection, a little bit with the vitamin E, but probably not. So let's go ahead and say no with that. Collagen production as well. So overall, that's pretty great. Now the recipe itself, we are dealing with around 15 ounces of water. So obviously that's going to be the main base. This is a face cream, so it is an oil in water solution. And so what else? We have the cherry glycerite, which I love. I love a cherry glycerite. That's such a fun infusion to make. And so it's going to be really rich in all the antioxidants and the vitamins that are actually going to be, well, gleaned from the glycerin. And so, well, through the glycerin, rather. So we're looking at your skin brighteners and all the jazz. The hyaluronic acid at 1 ounce, that's going to be great for deep hydration, overall plumping of the skin, helping reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles. We love hyaluronic acid. That's awesome. And then we have the glycerol stearate at 1 ounce. That's going to be one of the emulsifiers. It's going to help blend everything together, keep it in solution. It also has a skin conditioning and moisturization element to it as well. The BTMS 50 is a nice conditioning emulsifier, obviously. We did talk about that fishy smell. I like that he decided to take this down a little bit. So Daniel's very thoughtful because it is good for your co-emulsifier, but we also don't want it to smell bad, So I love that. Now the cherry kernel oil, 2.5 ounces of that. We have the cherry kernel oil is rich in vitamins A, E, and then a lot of the fatty acids, obviously. It's going to really help with moisturization, with skin regeneration, lots of antioxidants that you're going to find from the cherry. You'll also find the cherry kernel. Jojoba is really nice. It mimics the skin's natural sebum. So it's going to help out with hydration without clogging any of the pores. It also offers anti-inflammatory and some healing properties. And then Optifin as the preservative. That's going to be a good one to put in this. And lavender essential oil at 0.6 ounces. So ultimately that's going to provide, well, the anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antioxidant properties topically. So it's going to be a good skin soother. He did not use this for the particular footage you're looking at because he didn't have any lavender essential oil. So he went ahead and did a scent with all of this. Normally, I don't believe that he would, but for this, he wanted to make sure that all of the essential amounts were incorporated in all of this. So I love it for sure. And then also we have panthenol at 1 ounce, which is high in vitamin B5. So it's going to be really hydrating, help with inflammation, help healing, all of the jazz. I really love this formulation. Okay, so while he's making it, let's talk about ultimately what this will do. Overall, with this formulation, the overall consistency is going to have a creamy, slightly thick consistency because of the glycerol stearate and the BTMS 50, and of course with the oils, with the cherry kernel and the jojoba. And the BTMS 50 and the glycerol stearate, they're going to help stabilize this emulsion, really giving it a nice, smooth, silky texture to the actual lotion. And then obviously the hyaluronic acid, very cool, but it can also provide a bit of a gel type consistency within the lotion. That is not to say that it's going to be a gel. It is still very much a face cream. Overall, as far as penetration, we're looking at 83% water. So it's going to penetrate pretty quickly, and it will be immediate hydration benefits. The hyaluronic acid will penetrate the epidermis very, very deeply. So it will attract all that water and all of the extra oils and everything into the skin from the actual lotion itself. So you can have a long lasting hydration kick with that, which I love. And then we have the cherry kernel and the jojoba, which will be a medium penetration rate. So those are going to be a little bit slower, but it's going to be a really good absorption along with the hyaluronic acid. So nice and well, it's absorbing, but it's not going to be greasy because of the oils that he selected. Very, very smart. And then the panthenol, that is something that actually penetrates pretty deeply into the layers of the skin. So putting it in the amount that he did, I 100% am here for it. So it's really going to help out with hydration, with healing. So we're talking about acne, upset skin, any sort of scarring, wounds, all the jazz. Love it. Very, very, very smart for this. And obviously, the lavender essential oil, that has a moderate penetration rate. And so it will deliver its calming and anti-inflammatory effects being pulled into the skin again with the help of that hyaluronic acid. So overall, this formulation is a really good balance of like instant hydration, but then the longer lasting moisturization. So you're going to have a really nice, pleasant feel to the skin without it being greasy or heavy and without it feeling like you need to put more lotion on like 10 minutes later. So overall, incredibly thoughtful recipe formulation in not a lot of ingredients. You know what I mean? So these ingredients aren't, I mean, it's kind of long when you're just looking at like, soaps and can you do just a three oil wonder and all the things, but cosmetic formulations usually are long, but comparatively to what you can do with a formulation, this is kind of nothing. And so I love it. And the ingredients themselves, not hard to source. You know what I mean? These are really delightful ingredients overall, easy to get. You can get all of these, I think, from Lotion Crafter, with the exception of I don't know if you can get cherry glycerite from them, and probably the cherry kernel oil, but cherry kernel oil is actually pretty easy to source as well. So overall, this is a really, really lovely ingredients list, a really lovely formulation without really breaking the bank, and also just confusing yourself with way too many, formulations. So I'm totally here for that. I love the consistency overall with all of this, that while it's being put into the containers, and the end result of it, very, very silky smooth. We'll get there in a minute. But I also love that he chose to not color it. I like that. I really do. I know that when we are making things for a business, so it's going to go onto a website or whatever, we feel like we should, especially if our containers like this are clear, we feel like we should put some different colors and stuff in it to make sure that, well, this one is going to be cherry, so let's make it pink, or this one is going to be, whatever, so let's make it blue, all the things. I have gotten very much into, especially for cosmetics, just leaving everything a natural colorant, a natural color. And if you can get a colorant naturally from some of the ingredients that you incorporated, i.e., like when Miss A did the strawberry, the freeze dried strawberry, and then it ended up that beautiful red, all the better. I love that. Putting anything unnecessary into a skincare formulation, I'm always going to be against, for sure. The closer to nature, the closer to natural that you can get within a formulation. So just pure, clean ingredients that won't potentially hurt the skin is a wonderful idea. Also, what a brilliant human bringing out the funnel for all of this. I never bring out the funnel for my lotions. I always make such a big mess. This was very, very smart. Let's go real quick to the skin stuff and we can check out the overall consistency of the lotion. Okay, so him in action with this overall lotion. Again, very lightweight, kind of a mid-texture consistency. It's penetrating nicely. There's no residue left on his hands. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. I think he did an excellent job with this. Oh, he's got the snap. That means it's awesome too. 10 out of 10. I love it. Congratulations, Daniel. This is a gorgeous product. So many things I love about this whole experience. First up, obviously the formulation. It is in some ways a simple formulation because there's not a ton of ingredients, but the ingredients that were selected were incredibly thoughtful. And he did mention within his footage that the product that he was making for this particular instance with the very cherry for the fragrance, not something he would normally put in. He kind of just wanted to give it a smell. This isn't something that he would necessarily sell. He definitely wanted to get the lavender essential oil within it, but he was waiting on orders. We all super experienced that for sure. So ultimately, when you have the lavender within it, I think it's a really good move for sure. I like the addition of some of the emulsifiers and the emollients that he selected. Very, very smart. I like using BTMS generally because it definitely does have a good skin conditioning feel. But if you compare that with other ingredients that have a good skin conditioning feel as well and reduce some of that fishy smell, all the better for sure. So as far as the formulation goes, A plus. Good job, Daniel. I really, really love it. Love the consistency of all of it. Really, really beautiful. Very good texture when it's all said and done. I also love that his roommates are like getting in on the fun and helping him record. It is a very difficult thing to do to record yourself, especially if you don't have like a kit, right? Where you can just set up your camera and go to town and not have to worry about holding it. It's definitely tough. And so that he recruited his roommate to help him out was absolutely delightful. And I really liked how helpful they were throughout the footage too, because when they were following him to the microwave to put something in, they had a cute little shot that I kept in of like, here's the microwave starting. I thought that was very clever. But then when something else happened, his roommate offered to edit it. I can edit this out if you would like, that's fine. And it was just such a delight, like this whole group of people coming together to, help out with the soapy and the cosmetic-y adventures. That was very heartwarming. I loved it. I love everything about Daniel. I love everything about who he is as a human, all of the things that we get to talk about within Discord and getting to know him on a more personal level is absolutely delightful. I don't know if I mentioned it. He's from Oklahoma. I used to live in Oklahoma for a hot minute. I lived in Stillwater when my mom was getting her PhD, and I really liked Oklahoma. Thought it was a really fun place. Really beautiful. Very, very green. Don't like the tornadoes. I experienced that when I was there, and I was all done. But aside from that, great place. And yeah, he's a really, really cool addition to the Sudser family. I really enjoy watching his brain at work because at any given time on any given day, you're almost guaranteed to pop into the server, into the Discord server, and see a message from Daniel just anywhere in any of the channels, just talking about, okay, so what if I did this and then included this? What do you think? His mind is always at work. It's very, very cool. So I'm definitely glad that he won another one here, and he definitely earned it. So Sudsers, you know the drill. Show him all the love, all the things. I don't think I have any socials for him outside of his Etsy page, his Etsy shop page. But if he does, he'll make sure to post them in the comments, and I'll make sure to pin them so you can go check out his socials. But obviously, give him all the props, all the love, all the everything here. Go check out, again, his Etsy shop. Consider picking up some stuff. He has some really cool soaps that are on there right now. Definitely, he might end up having something like this on there soon, too. Doing the whole website work is always, always a project. I know that for sure. But yeah, thank you, Daniel, for sharing your soapy, cosmetic-y vision with us, letting me talk about it, letting me ooh and ah and kind of, swoon and all the things over you because you're awesome and you deserve all of the love and all of the things. So thank you. Sudsers, thank you. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for being such a huge benefit to people like me and Daniel and all of the other Sudsers within the Discord community, helping each other, troubleshooting, sleuthing. It helps everybody's soapy knowledge grow when we start troubleshooting each other's recipes like this in a responsible way. And that's one of the things I love so much about our Discord server. Nobody's in there just randomly popping off and saying, do this, right? Like you see that so much in other forums, or people will just question, well, why would you even bother? Well, because they're bothering. So they have a thing. Let's see if we can like find an answer to it. Very, very fun. I really enjoy that a lot. And I think that's what sets us apart from a lot of other communities. So thank you for being awesome. Daniel, thank you for being a part of it. All of you, all of the things. This was a crazy weekend. for a lot of reasons. But for you guys, I hope you had a great weekend for, the booths and all the things. I hope you guys are getting all of your self-care. Taking care of your personal selves is very important for the work things, for the life things, for the society, for all the things. And so I hope you guys are getting an opportunity to do that. I love you. I will be back tomorrow for new stuff. We're doing the new, brief, the new stuff for July. I know it's the 21st. Listen, things are nuts. But I will be out tomorrow with the new focus of our deep dives, and that will be a lot of fun. I'm super duper excited for that. Hope you guys are too. I love you. I've already said it. I mean it every day. And I'll see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of, well, not Project Soapway, but still soapy, definitely soapy fun. Bye.